Welcome to This Week in Wimberley. I'm Chris Doelle. I will be joined shortly by Mr. Z, Gary Zupancic. This is a show where we talk about what's going on in and around the Wimberley Valley, all the fun stuff. We will get to that in just a moment, but first, quick message from some people who made this show possible. Clean Tanks is a local, family-owned, full-service rainwater collection tank and well collection tank cleaning company based right here in Wimberley, Texas, but serving the entire Texas Hill Country. They service tanks from 1,000 gallons up to 200,000 gallons. They designed and built a wet vacuum system that removes all the dirt and sediment from inside the tank, all with very little water loss. As always, your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed. You can call Clean Tanks at 512-806-3322. You spent a lot of money on this water collection system. Make sure your tank is a clean tank. All right, everybody join me in welcoming Mr. Z, Gary Zupancic, to the show.
Hey.
Gary, how are things going, man?
Doing very, very well. Before we go on, I got to tell you a little story. I was with a friend in the cafe the other day, and it was empty. It was like about 4 o'clock, and so she says to me, "Hey, do you know Linda Gail Lewis?" And I said, "No." I said, "Linda, she's an older lady," and says, "Do you want to meet her? This is Jerry Lee Lewis's sister."
Nice.
And I just went, "What?" So yeah, I guess they've been living here. Quietly the past couple of years. But hey, she'll be on a later show about the Hitchin' Post.
Awesome.
I really, seriously, I was just like on cloud nine. It was like, whoa.
That's very cool.
So there's a lot of stuff going on. The new library edition, they opened up last Monday. And still, they got to do a little rearranging and all that. But really, if you take a cruise around the building, because the exit is right by the stoplight there now, it's all glass, and it really is. It's gorgeous. I can't wait for it to be all put together, and man, it'll be cooking like a steam kettle.
Yeah, I love it.
Summer's coming up, and they have lots of programs for the kids during the summer. And really, the kids had their own building, so you really won't bother adults.
Nice, and they even have a lot of events for adults too, different things.
Yeah, they have. In fact, and that's why they won't bother the adults with something going on at the same time. Could be anybody, senior citizens, taxes, whatever. There's lots going on. The WH band returned from Pearl Harbor. They played in a Vietnam Veterans Parade. And, I guess they do that. Every couple of years they go to Hawaii. But one of the chaperones was Jesse Stratton.
Oh, nice.
So there's more news on him later in the podcast. Let's see. Softball is in the playoffs, and they're 10-1. I'm still waiting on results for the boys baseball. But April 18th, Thursday, the Lost Austin Band performs at Susanna's Kitchen. At the United Methodist Church. Tickets are $25 for adults, $5 for kids at the door. So you might ask, who are the Lost Austin Band? Well, they are Bill Browder, Dave Warby, Patterson Barrett, and Craig D. Hillis. And I guess they were all backup, backup for other bands. And what they recreate is the special time in Texas's musical history, the essence of Cosmic Austin. So that should be, if you were around and you remember Austin back in the days, there was lots of good music cooking. Free concert in the park at Blue Hole, 6 to 8 p.m., and that's part of their series. They have somebody every Friday night playing there from 6 to 8. And again, you can bring BYOB or whatever, but just don't bring glass or animals. dogs are, and people have brought dogs before, and they just, the dogs get confused. What can you say? There's just too many people. There's also on April 20th, there's lots of stuff coming on. There's the 6th annual Gumbo Fest, and that's at the Marina Circle at Cypress Falls and Wood Creek, and that benefits My Neighbor's Keeper. And My Neighbor's Keeper is a unique organization, whereas when an emergency happens to your family, say, for example, your house burns down, they will be there in hours with a check in hand saying, here, this will get you through the next couple of days. So that's they'll give you cash too. Yeah, it's like, whoa, only in a small town. Yeah. And also April 20th is the big one. It's the Emily Ann Butterfly Festival at Emily Ann Theater and Gardens, right by the high school. Yeah, opening ceremonies 9 to 10. Attendance and parking is free, but donations are very, very welcome. Can't say really enough about it. I was there the first year, and it's so huge now that the kids just love it. They release butterflies on the hour, and they pass out pieces of cantaloupe, and the butterflies will come and land on the cantaloupe. I've seen them land in kids' noses, but I've seen them land in kids' ears. It's a fun time. So, like I said, it is a nonprofit organization. They do have beautiful gardens, and the Butterfly Day is probably the best festival there, although I like Santa Claus, but really, I guess the Butterfly Day is pretty good. Yeah. The Wimberley Film Festival is happening this year on Saturday at the Blue Hole Park at Cypress Creek. It's a one-day event, and they have a whole bunch of people helping out. And it's just a series of Texas-made short films and live music performances by Soma Jerome and Johnny Capri. And local businesses have backed it up. And a special highlight of the evening will be a water talk from David Baker, Executive Director of the Watershed Association, and really right next to Blue Hole. Geez, you get to share in the beauty of Blue Hole. Don't forget, there's also the Farmers and Artisan Market on Thursday nights from 2 to 6 p.m. at the Cowboy Church. And they have a lot of booths. It's spring, so there is a lot of produce. And also Sunday for Wimberley Junction Farmers Market from 10 a.m. to 2:30. And that's next to Savage's Hill Country Bar and Grill. And the Blanco Brew Farmers Market every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in front of Brookshire Brothers. Friday, there's bingo at the VFW Hall, and doors open at 6:30, and there's food concessions. Early bird games start at 7, and regular games start at 8 p.m. And the Wimberley Valley Museum, in the historic Wimberley House, is open for visitors on Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For information, go to wimwick.org. And that'll be our nonprofit next week as the Pie Social's coming up. Nice. And really, this is one of the small town things I love about Wimberley. Everybody comes and they enter their pies at the annual Pie Social, and they get judged, and pieces are sold off. If you got to go there and order a piece, what type of pie you'd like, and they'll give it to you. And they save some of the good pies behind, and I've seen some of those pies go for like $500, $800. No kidding. Nice. Yeah, it's always a bunch of fun. There's always musicians there, and that will happen next Saturday. There's also there's a pie eating contest, which they usually try to get local celebrities to participate in, and it is a riot to watch. It really is. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, before that, next Saturday, the Wimberley ISD Health Services, in partnership with the Hays County Sheriff's Department and Keep Wimberley Beautiful, will host a drive-thru for all unwanted prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs on Saturday, April 27th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Central Office parking lot at 951 FM 2325. The collection does not include liquids, syringes, or injectables. But if you have any old prescriptions you want to get rid of, that's the place to do it. Right. So now it's the weekend, and we got music. As they say, Wimberley, come for the music, stay for the charm.
I love
Thursday, April 18th, 10:15 a.m., Ruby Dice at the KWVH patio. 1 p.m., Tana Monet Gay at Henson Square. 6 p.m., Keith Michael at Longleaf. 6 p.m., Guitarista Kelly at Wimberley Inn and Bar. 6 p.m., Rochelle and the Sidewinders at Hayes City Store. And 7 p.m., the Lost Austin Band at Susanna's Kitchen. Friday, 10:15 a.m., Bowmore at the KWVH patio. 5 p.m., Jason Harrow with the Russell Boyd at Ghost Note. 6 p.m., Skylar Rose Wilson at Blue Hole Park. 7 p.m., Michael James with the Minnie Kernot and Hill Country Honeys at Savages. Saturday, April 20, Guitarista Kelly at Wimberley Inn Bar. 1 p.m., Ryan Frenchak at Henson Square. 1 p.m., Los Gato at Rough House. 4 p.m., Callaway and the Prickly Pear at Ghost Note. 5 p.m., Steve Wood and Joe Broccoli at Dos Olivos. 6 p.m., Garrett Ford at Hayes City Store. 6:30, the Hill Country Honeys at Montesano Ranch. 7 p.m., Fuzz Doctors at Savages. Pearl Snaps at Montesino Ranch. Rattlesnake Milk at Devil's Backbone. And at 8 p.m., Chaparral at Mercer Street. Sunday, 1 p.m., Juliana Rankin at Devil's Backbone. 1 p.m., Canberra and Albright at Rough House. 3 p.m., Mr. Boulevard at Ghost Note. 3 p.m., Hill Country Honeys Pickers Circle at Dark Skies. And then Rochelle and the Sidewinders at the KWVH patio Monday morning at 10:15. Tuesday, Robert Harding at KWVH patio, 6 p.m. Lisa Littman at Hayes City Store. Wednesday, and here's the biggie, 10:15 a.m. Jimmy Vaughn at the KWVH patio. Nice. You'll actually be there. Wow. 6 p.m. Orange Jefferson at Eastside Kings at Hayes City Store. And 6:30 p.m. Song Circle at Savages. And so this week's guest artist is Jesse Stratton. He's got a new album, and it's called The Sounds and the Colors, and the song is The Old Days. So here it is.
There's some old faded names written on that water tank where the seniors go to leave their mark when they graduate. And I don't know how it happened, but suddenly it seems one of those old faded names belongs to me. So let's so soon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that all I did was close my eyes and rest my head. So tell me, how did it come and go so soon? How did it go so fast? How did it go so fast? How did it go so fast?
Excellent, as usual. I just love all his music, and his new stuff is just amazing.
Yeah, I can't say enough about him. We're really old friends. I met him in the doctor's office where he still might be a physician's assistant. And we've, as baseball fans, there was a definite connection. So, yeah, I know him for a long time. He's good. He's a really good guy. And really an excellent father, too. No two ways about it. Our nonprofit of the week is, of course, Emily Ann and Butterfly Day. And really, I really got to tell you the whole story about how Butterfly came into existence. Mm-hmm. Emily Ann was actually the daughter of the Rawlings, Ann and Norm, and they were their baby daughter, and she came along later in life. Well, Christmas, right before Christmas, a drunk driver killed her. Mm. And she was a sophomore in high school, I believe. And she was real good at equestrian, and also she did a little bit of acting. So after she died, Norm and Ann thought about it and said, we got to do something for her. And so they threw out equestrian because, you really can't do anything with horses, but they thought about equestrian. Mm-hmm. And so, about acting. And so acting, they started a little thing there, a little stage at the junior high that they used it summer, and they would have people come from all over, students come in to do Shakespeare. Okay. So the story of the Butterfly Day is Norm and Ann were up in the graveyard of St. Mary's where their daughter's buried, and this little boy was there, and he had a little butterfly on his finger, and he goes, look, I got this off of the grave there. Look at this butterfly. And Ann took it as a sign that, hey, this is something. This is something we need to latch on. It's like a sign from my daughter that, this would be a good thing to do. So, yeah, it's a wonderful story. It really, really is. It has to be heartbreaking, but a silver lining came out of it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I tell you, I love everything that happens there at the Emily Ann Theater. Back when my kids were in school, my daughter acted on stage there, and I just fell in love with the place. It's so amazing.
Oh, and it keeps getting better and better. They have indoor performing areas now, and I think we worked out of, in the early years, I would take my classes there, and we would collect newspaper articles, and they'd put us on, I think, in an abandoned railroad car. And it's, things went on, but things got a lot better. But yeah, it's come a long way since then. So yeah, don't forget Butterfly Day this week. They open up at 9 a.m. and man, they keep going. And really, if you have children, it's not only a learning experience; it's a lot of fun. A lot of kids dress up as butterflies. It's
definitely
awesome. It really is. So, Chris, that's about all I have, except for this next week. I have the new director of the next Parable. It's from the Wimberley Players. It's her next play. Mm-hmm. And she's coming up, the director's coming up Tuesday at 1 p.m. at the Hitchin Post. And if you like big band music, in the archives right now, I had the boys from the Wimberley Valley Big Band come in and we talked just about music for an hour. So if you want to hear about that, and the Wimberley Valley Big Band, which I'm amazed they have a big band in such a small town,
Yeah, definitely. Thank you again for everything, and look forward to another great week in Wimberley.
All right. You take care, Chris.
Have you ever thought about doing your own podcast? It is the absolute best way to grow your brand, spread your message, and build your following. Fresh Media Works can help. We do all the heavy lifting, and you just focus on your message. To find out how easy we can make launching your new podcast, call 713-269-4620 or check us out at freshmediaworks.com.
As always, I want to thank Gary for sitting down with me. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, for giving us what I consider the most important and valuable gift you can give, and that is your time and your attention. Go out there and participate in your city. Participate in all the great events going on in the city, and tell us about it on your Facebook groups, on your Twitter, anywhere you have friends. Share it out.